Hello, my name is Johan Falk. I work for Node 1 Scandinavia. You have come to the first exercise in the exercise suite called Documentation Site. That is a part of the Drupal 7 book called Drupal 7 The Essentials, which I have written and just translated to English. What do you know? What you're looking at right now is the manuscript I'm working with, and this is actually the introduction to the documentation website suite with exercises. And I thought I'm going to do the first exercise. It's called DocumentationPage. I've written the exercises as user stories. And this user story says, as a site member, I want to be able to create and edit documentation pages containing text, screenshot uploads, and file attachments. This is important since it allows me to contribute to building the online documentation. I should say this exercise is part of the field chapter in the book, chapter number 5. And apparently it deals with creating documentation pages, which will be a new content type on the site. As good user stories should, this one also contains some how-to demo steps, bringing some details into the user story. And this, when demonstrating this, means that we know that it works as it should. We should be able to log into the site, create a new documentation page with this information in it. We should verify that the information is displayed properly. We should be able to log out and that the documentation page is not editable. And we should be able to log in with another account and edit the page. Cool. Let's see. Yeah. And that's it. Down here we have some required preparations, which is an empty Drupal site. Pretty nice. Alright, so let's go. Here's the site, and I'm gonna go into structured content types and add myself a new content type. This will be called documentation page. Documentation page. I'm going to shorten the machine readable name to Docs01 because I'm going to use that machine name when creating fields later on. I'm going to put a description to this. You should always enter descriptions when you can, unless you have very good reasons not to. Documentation pages are editable by all site members and contain documentation about a given concept. Title, nice. Preview, sure. I won't fill in these guidelines. Publish, promote to the front page, sure. Display options, author and date, yes, I'm going to keep that. Comment settings, I do want comments on these. We won't need them for a while, but I'm going to keep them enabled anyway. Menu settings, we won't actually put these in any menus. I'm going to just deselect all menus here. So we won't even be able to put them in menus when editing the content. I'm going to save this and add fields. I have title, I have body by default. I'm usually inclined to deleting this body field and creating a long text field instead, and a separate field for summary if you want that, but I'm going to leave this here for now. We should have title, we should have body, we should have images field docs page image. I prefix my fields with the machine name of the content type or the entity type, actually entity bundle, because it makes it easier to find when searching for different field types. This will be image, widget image. Nice. I'm going to save this. Use public files, sure. Label images, good. Help text, add any images or screenshots or other images you want to display with this documentation page. These file extension seems reasonable. Preview thumbnail, very good. I think we want multiple images. Let's see. Yes, images. So I'm going to put this into an unlimited number of values and save. That brings us the images. We also want file uploads, file attachments. So I'm going to call this attachments like that. Docs page attachment. I usually always call this in singular form because I don't know, because my boss told me it's a good thing once. And this will be file uploads, save, enable display field. That is an option to allow you to hide the file on the node view page. I'm not gonna enter that because when you upload attachments you want people to download them as well, so that doesn't really make sense here. Attachments, add any files you want to attach to this documentation page. Files will be publicly downloadable. Allowed file extensions, txt, PDF, doc, XLS, that's not enough. Alright, ODT, ODS, zip file, tar, GZ, what else might we want to have? DocX, I guess, XLSX, and that'll do for now. Docs page attachments seems like a good file directory. Maybe I should have put that in the image field as well. I'll do that actually. Maximum upload size, I don't need any additional restrictions here. Add any number. I want to have, yeah, the description field I want to enable. That allows you to put a label on your files instead of using the file name for label. Save. And I'll go back into the images field here. Edit that, and I'm going to use the file directory docs page images. What did I call it? Attachments or attachment? Attachments, good, so images, just to keep it consequent. Right, so now I have title, body, image, attachments. Let's see. Documentation page, text, images, file attachments. Yeah, so the last thing I want to do is to change the permissions here. And people permissions. I have a possibility here to down at, oh yeah, okay. Actually, I'm gonna enable a module here that is called fast something. Let's see, fast permission access, I think. Fast FPA could be permission access, fast permission administration. Yeah, that's a pretty handy module. One of these I want to use, like this module I use when browsing modules. That's called module filter, and this is a similar module but for the permission settings instead. So I want to have documentation pages here. Anonymous users, well, authenticated users can edit content. I don't think they should be able to delete. The user story doesn't say, but I don't think they should be able to delete. They should be able to create new. And that's it then. Save. Alright, I would now consider this user story to be complete. In order to know that it is complete, you of course have to try these steps. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do that in a separate screencast to make it possible to view this before starting to carry out this exercise. See you there. Bye.